Welcome to the Inner Sleeve. I'm your host, DR. And today I have another vinyl review for you. And we are finally getting to review Machine Head's latest studio album, 11th studio album. Following this one of Kingdom and Crown, we have Unatoned. And in addition to the album, I recently, 2 months ago, went to the concert. So I was able to go see Machine Head live for the first time ever at the Radius in Chicago on May 3rd. It was an outstanding show. There was 4 bands, so it was a little bit, it was long, but definitely well worth it. Really enjoyed all the bands on Earth. Really impressed by Lacuna Coil. Hadn't really listened to him much, but that lead singer, the girl, man, super impressive. And then In Flames was the third opener. Machine Head was, of course, the headliner, and I know if I roll in too much concert footage, this video will get a copyright strike. So I might roll in a little bit of Rob Flynn talking to the audience.
Get around, you crazy son of a bitch! Let's go! Are you ready? Are you ready? Fucking A, man. Cheers, you crazy motherfuckers. Cheers.
But let's get to Unatoned. So, super cool. Really liking this album. We'll go through and we'll do a song by song review of it, if you will. So, cover art, really cool. Very much in line with, again, of Kingdom and Crown, as well as the whole kind of feel and vibe of the album. You can definitely tell it's kind of a continuation of that. Back of the jacket here. Mine was the clear vinyl version. They come with a 12-page booklet, which is nice. Really nice booklet, actually. Pretty impressive for, $24.99 is what I paid for mine. Of course, you get here the guy, the head of the band, Rob Flynn, the only consistent member, I believe. It's really well done booklet. It's super nice to have a booklet like that included with the basic album. So I think they definitely did it right. Really impressive. Hype sticker says clear vinyl, includes 12-page booklet. Taking a look at the vinyl, it is in a poly-lined inner sleeve, which here on the inner sleeve we do appreciate. I'm not a huge fan of clear vinyl. Honestly, black vinyl would have been great. There's the side A sticker, side B, different artwork, so that's kind of cool. Like to see the different art. Let's go through this album song by song and give you my impressions, my opinions. I streamed this, I couldn't wait for about probably 5 or 6 times before it actually released, and I believe I've also spun the vinyl about 5 or 6 times. So I got somewhere around 10 to 12 listens in of the whole album. The album kicks off with the Landscape of Thrones, which is just an intro. It's kind of a quiet intro. Volume's not very loud on it. I do love the keyboard in the intro. Then we move on to the first real song on side A, Atomic Revelations. Love the chorus on this, has a great groove. Cool solo, but it leaves me wanting for a bit more, the solo does. I gave it 4.5 out of 5. I would have liked them to play this live. I think they did at some of the shows, but they didn't at Chicago. Unbound is the second full-length song, another great groove. Never Forget is a very sweet part of the song. The chorus is driving and catchy. Give it 4.25 out of 5, inner sleeves. Then it moves on to Outsider. Outsider is probably right up there with one of my top songs on the album. We'll get to that after we get through it. Great build-up at the beginning of this song. I definitely enjoy the clean vocals in the chorus. I think Rob's been doing a great job with his clean vocals. The verses start strong and fast. Mosh pit time was sickening to the core. And I gave it 4.75 out of 5. I'm really hard grader. I could have given it a 5, I suppose. Not Long for This World. The title lyrics are a great part of the song. Hard to follow up the first 3 bangers, so this falls off a little bit for me. Comes as crossed as, you know, a bit of a ballad. A pause from the moshing of the first 3 songs, definitely not as hard and heavy. It's interesting, but like I said, it falls short. 3.5 out of 5 inner sleeves. Then I move on to These Scars Won't Define Us. This was another banger for me. 4 3/4 out of 5. I'll jump ahead. Tied up right up there with Outsider. The pace quickens dramatically from the previous song. Another great chorus. Great thrashy verses. Don't Let Them Bury the Hope is a great verse change up. Then we move on to Dustmaker, which is an interlude at the end of side A to begin to roll us into side B. Side B kicks off with Bone Scraper. Definitely a banger. Maybe a little bit too radio ready, but you gotta have a radio song, right? Another great chorus. Love is just a loaded gun. I love the gravelly way that Rob is singing that lyric. 4.5 out of 5. Moves on to the second song on side B. We have Addicted to Pain. The chorus formula continues. Loathe you, solo, loathe you. This part really stands out for me in this song. I like the way it speeds up. I gave it 4 out of 5. Moving on to the third song on side B, Bleeding Me Dry. I like the intro, but then falls off to a mild start. Great heavy vocals section starting with the title lyric. Interesting complexity, but comes off a bit disjointed. The heavy vocal starting parts carry the song for me, but again, this is probably in the lower half of the songs in this album for me, at 3 3/4 out of 5. This moves into Shards of Scattered Dreams, song 4 on side B. I was a little bit tired of writing notes at this point. The chorus is catchy. I just gave it 3.5 out of 5. Then we move into Scorn to end the album. Cool lyrics. I need to look up the word evenomated. Weird word that they use in here. Slow and clean until it gets heavy, starting with the Wings of the Angel lyric. I really like the slow ending, except the noisy, clear vinyl. Overall, the presentation I think is really good. I gave it 4 out of 5. I love the artwork, love the booklet. The vinyl quality, 3 out of 5 for me. Just not a fan of clear vinyl. Maybe I'll have to pick up black vinyl or something else at some point. It's definitely noisy at the quiet parts, which is irritating. Overall, the music, you average up my ratings. I gave it 4.15 out of 5. I am an engineer. Overall, this album with me, when you figure in the total package here, 4.25 out of 5. I think it's a solid album. Not quite sure where it sits in my album ranking. I need more time with it. Not sure if it will age really well, but it's the perfect length. I'm glad they stuck with, like, I don't know, it's like around 45 minutes or so probably. It's on one record, which I really like. Leaves you wanting for more and not wondering when it's going to end. So overall, I thought the show was excellent. Great set list. I really wanted more, of course. You always want more. Wanted some more of the older stuff, but I think they did a good job. Maybe I'll put in a quick screen capture of the set list for the show. But really liking the new album by Machine Head, Unatoned. If you guys have picked this album up, let me know what you think in your comments below. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. Keep those turntables spinning. See ya.